So, the 11-inch iPad Pro or the 12.9-inch iPad Pro? Trust me, I know it can be a really hard choice when trying to choose which one of those is going to be your daily driver, especially at this price point. One of them is a little bit more budget friendly, while the other one is not so budget friendly, but it's much better for productivity. So what do you want to go for? Do you want to go for portability and budget, or do you want to go for productivity and price? So in this video, I'm going to break down my time with both size iPad Pros and what I use them for, and the pros and cons of both of them. And stick around for part 2 coming out later, where I'm going to break down maybe which one you should get, what year, and maybe some of the accessories. Cool? Okay, well, if you're ready, let's get into it. So, I used my 11-inch iPad Pro from 2018 for about a year and a half or so, and for what it was great. The main issue I always had with it was too small for me, and I knew I always wanted to get the bigger one, but I just didn't have the patience to save up anymore for the bigger one. So I got the 11-inch at a decent price, and it came with the Apple Pencil, and I just went for it. After having the 11-inch for a while, I just regretted not saving up and not waiting to get the 12.9-inch. The 11-inch as my daily driver was good. I used the Logitech Folio Touch for it, the keyboard and trackpad case, and more on that in the next video. But the setup I had was good, but it wasn't great. I think for the work I did on it, I would have greatly benefited from the bigger iPad. I would say if I didn't have the trackpad on the iPad Pro, then I would not have been able to handle the iPad Pro 11-inch for as long as I did. There were so many times where I had to zoom in, and when I used the split screen function, it made everything even smaller, which that kind of sucked on the small iPad already. Just like my least favorite part with the 11-inch, my favorite part of my time with it was the size. It was so portable and light. Like, I let my girlfriend, who's now my wife, hold it without the case, and it was so thin and light, and it was like almost too futuristic for her to believe. It was so cool to see her reaction to it. Like, legit, she thought it was the coolest thing ever. I was able to fit it in my school bag so well and so easily. And with the added keyboard, the Logitech Folio Touch, it was, again, super nice. It was a little bit thicker, a little bit heavier, but not much. Able to fit in my school bag just fine. It was great. For the size and the portability and all of the power packed into that little size, it was fantastic. Or, as a buddy of mine likes to say, Fanta stick. Don't ask. When I got my new 12.9-inch, again, from 2018, I was stunned by the size. That's what she said. I loved it. But I'm also the type of guy who thinks that the 6.1-inch iPhones, like the 10R, the 11, the 12 Pro, are too small. Like, I use a 12 Pro Max. That is a whopping 6.7-inch screen, and I still think it's too small. 6.7 inches is not small, but I wish it was bigger. That's what she said. I also got the Magic Keyboard with the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, and now I feel like this thing is a full-fledged laptop, whereas before, even with keyboard and trackpad on the 11-inch, it wasn't laptop-ish enough for me, I think because of the size. I was able to script this video, I was able to edit it, create thumbnails for it, and everything on my 12.9-inch iPad Pro. Whereas on the 11-inch, I don't think I would have been able to do it. My dad and I have a business that we run together on eBay, and when I had the 11-inch, I would find myself waiting to use Dad's main computer in the office to do emails and stuff. Now, with the bigger iPad, I'm so much more inclined to use the iPad from the comfort of my own home instead of waiting to go to the office and to do emails and all that stuff. For productivity's sake, I love the large size iPad. So, remember when I said how my wife loved the 11-inch iPad Pro because of how small, light, and thin it was? Well, aside from the thin part, the 12.9-inch is large and in charge. This thing is heavy. Without the Magic Keyboard, this thing is heavy. And with the added Magic Keyboard, which is actually a gram heavier than the iPad itself, this thing's pretty freaking heavy. For example, I have a MacBook Air from 2013 maybe, and compared to my 12.9 inch, the MacBook Air is even lighter. MacBook Air has a 13-inch screen, a fan, a trackpad that's even bigger, a more substantial keyboard, all this stuff. Yet it's still lighter than my 12.9-inch iPad Pro. But not in a million years would I ever switch to that over my 12.9-inch iPad Pro. I love the usability of it. I love the screen size of it. I love how close it is to my phone. It's so cool. But again, the only con I have is the weight and how much more trouble it is putting the 12.9-inch into a bag or something. The 11-inch is just slipped right in. 12.9-inch, it is a little bit harder. But I would definitely say it's much worth having the screen real estate than to have the convenience, in my opinion. If I could combine the portability of the 11-inch and the screen size and extra usability of the 12.9-inch, it would be the perfect machine. Like, if somehow it could be small and then unfold to have a larger screen, how cool would that be? That'd be great. Okay, well, if you guys liked my video, hit like and subscribe and share it with a friend who likes tech videos. It really helps out the channel. And if you hated it, as Snazzy Labs likes to say, send it to someone you don't like. It'll be funny. Like, comment, subscribe, and don't miss part 2 when it comes out. I will be breaking down which iPad you should get, what year iPad Pro you should get, and some of the accessories like the keyboards and the pencil. I really appreciate you guys watching. I'm Jake, and this has been Shot on My Phone.